In this example, we will be reviewing how to do the exponential rule for antidifferentiation. The exponential rule says e to the power of ax antiderivative is 1 over a e to the power of ax. So basically, whatever number you have in front of the in front of the x is called a. Write it on the denominator and then write it again. So let me give you a quick example. It says e to the power of 4x first, dx, and the question is to determine the indefinite integral. Sometimes instead of using these words, they will just say find. Sometimes they'll say find the integral. It just doesn't really matter. We always do the same thing. So what you want to do in these problems is identify what a is. Once you know what a is, it's pretty much downhill from there. So the a in this problem is going to be the number 4. Once you write down what a is, then just use the rule. 1 over 4 e to the 4x plus c. And so that's pretty much it. The a just gets written a couple times, and you are finished with the problem. Keep in mind that c is a real number. So c is a real number. So let's see if you can do the next one by yourself. Okay, so pause the video here and try it out. And you can also try the third one. I think it's also doable. Okay, did you end up with 1 over 7 e to the power of 7x plus c for the middle one? I hope you did. If not, then double check what you did wrong. Basically, identify what the a is. Whenever you have a base e with an exponent, the a is going to be the number in front of the x, which in this case is 7. Just write it on the denominator once and write it once in the power, and you're basically finished. That's how it's going to work. All right, try the last one, e to the power of x over 2. You got to be a little bit more careful here because on this one, the power has a fraction, so your a is going to turn out to be a fraction also. So this last one was a little bit tricky because the fraction x over 2 means that the a is going to be 1/2. It's the numbers in front of the x. They don't include the x itself. And so you have to divide 1 by 1/2, and that's just something that you can put in your calculator. And when you put it in your calculator, it turns out to be the value 2. Or you can do it by hand, it's up to you. Just flip the second fraction upside down and multiply, and you get the right result. And the e to the power of 1/2 x, you can write this part as e to the x over 2 like they started, or you can write down 1 over 2x on the side. Either way, it's the same thing.